pre-round announcements. You can see the players. The reason they're turning their heads, of course, is because someone's speaking and we are likely getting ready to start the round. There is the handshake. Fedoseev, Caruana is going to begin here, and we officially have commenced our games. Alright, Tanya, this is going to be fun. We get to see what sort of opening salvos our players are going to be coming out with. You mentioned risk appetite earlier on. If you had to pick one or two players who are very happy to go absolutely all out today and they don't need to worry about holding back or being concerned that they only want to play for 2 results, who would it be? Who's putting everything on the line?
I'm gonna say the 2 players playing with the black pieces. For me, Notterberg.
We can take a look and see what his preparation for this was with the black pieces, and maybe let's start from the top of the game and see how we got here.
Let's do it. So once again we see the queen's pawn opening, and right here when black develops the bishop pinning the knight is when what we call the Ragozin defense. White returns the favor, developing his own bishop, and h6 gives up the bishop for the knight to avoid any theoretical battles. You could fall back, but that leads to some complicated lines with the g pawn moving forward, the knight jumping in. Instead, a more solid approach, bishop takes knight, and this is standard theory. Queen takes bishop. You give up an early bishop pair, but you get a lot of tempo and momentum for that. The other point is that once you push this pawn e3, your bishop on c1 is not blocked anymore, so there's more harmony in the position. It also forces, with queen a4 check, black's knight to a less desirable square because you need to defend the bishop, but that means the c7 pawn is often backwards and can be a weakness. We see bishop e2, the pawn was captured, and now white doesn't need to rush with the recapture because there's really no way to defend this pawn. Black falls back with the queen. At some point, I'm expecting Fedoseev to simply grab this pawn, and the play revolves around eventually advancing in the center as white.
Makes sense, so no big rush to recapture there. Fedoseev has options available, but at the same time, Fabi is clearly prepared all of this in advance. The time differential's only about 10 minutes at the moment, and with over an hour on the clock each, I'm not going to read into that at all. We just very cool, very calm. We also see Fedoseev, he's great in a time scramble as well, to be perfectly honest. He loves calculating really sharp positions really quickly, so he's not afraid to get into complications. So that, we've got some of the openings, folks, out of the way there, and we can see every single board getting to a point. versus just king and knight or something like that, but this is looking pretty hopeless, unfortunately. I have a feeling this might be the final stand.
It's all over. The king can reach d5, but white will give it check with the knight to c7, and black's king cannot stay connected to the knight. And Fabi knows it. This is all over. He looks away. He's thinking about where it all went wrong. And Fedoseev, an in-form Fedoseev, is terrifying. He's about to beat the world number 2.
So, Magnus Carlsen and Fabiano Caruana, just a couple of months apart. Fedoseev is absolutely on fire. He is about to take this big scalp. There's the handshake. And Fedoseev beats Caruana in round number 5 of Tata Steel Masters. What an incredible result. Fedoseev showing absolute conviction. Not even showing emotion as he won there. He was still very much in the zone. But that's going to be coming as such a flood of relief to finally get that point in the bag.
Big Fish went fishing and got a shark today. What a performance by Fedoseev, right? Just the game, the quality of chess that he played, the technique that he showed in the endgame, absolutely fantastic. Never giving Fabi a chance to really come back, putting the pressure. It was in balance. John, don't get me wrong. Fabi had the position under control, but it was a very difficult position to hold. And Fedoseev just kept the pressure going, move by move, until we saw the inaccuracy, provoking weaknesses, and then converting it in a clean